Since the flooding in Pakistan began in late July 2010, approximately 20 million people have been displaced, with at least 4 million homeless. It was reported that an area larger than England was submerged in water completely. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon says this is a bigger tragedy than that of 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami and 2010 Haiti. 3 out of the 4 provinces of Pakistan have been really badly affected, starting with the Frontier province in northwest Pakistan to Punjab province in northeast Pakistan and finally the Sindh province in southeast Pakistan. Approximately 140,000 villages have been affected, have been totally wiped out. In Pakistan, the flood started on July 29th, nearly a month ago, when unusually heavy monsoon rains caused flash floods and landslide in northwestern Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. These are largely no-go areas for government officials and military at the best of times. So, it was not until a few days later when the waters, constantly bolstered by fresh monsoon rains, swept down the valley of the Indus River into the Punjab heartland and then onto Sindh in the south, that the extent of the devastation and threat of further destruction became apparent. The latest death toll in Pakistan has been reported at 1,600. However, this number is based on a count that does not take into account what will be revealed once the waters have receded. This is also a number that does not reflect deaths that are expected to mount given waterborne diseases, starvation, and lack of proper medical treatment. According to the World Health Organization, 6 million Pakistanis are in need of life-saving assistance. Your help now can directly help to prevent the unnecessary death of a Pakistani child, woman, or man. Hope for Pakistan is a grassroots initiative based out of Greater Toronto area to help those millions of people affected by this tragedy in Pakistan. And today we are at Albion Islington Square, and you can see these kind of boxes around Toronto, and if you see these boxes, then donate generously. And CMR is endorsing the campaign of Hope for Pakistan organization. In the case of the devastating monsoon floods that have ravaged about 1/5 of Pakistan, killed at least 1,600 people and displaced over 20 million more. First of all, I would like to ask you in detail about the campaign. What exactly are you doing in Pakistan and how you're helping the people of Pakistan?
Okay, well, first I'll start off about the campaign over here. So there are really 2 purposes to our campaign. Number 1, to raise awareness of how bad the situation is in Pakistan right now because of the flooding that started there in late July. And also to let people know that right now the federal government will be matching all donations to Canadian registered charities before September the 12th. So for every dollar that you give for this cause, your dollar will be doubled, and really double the amount will end up getting to Pakistan. And the 2 charities that we've chosen to drive our donations through are the Canadian Red Cross and Islamic Relief Canada. Aid agencies and umbrella organizations like the United Nations are reporting reluctance, especially among the traditionally dependable donors in the West, to dig deep and give. The UN launched a flash appeal on August 9th to raise nearly $500 million to cover the first 90 days of disaster relief. Unlike the earthquakes in Haiti this year, or Kashmir in 2005, or the tsunami that hit Indonesia, Thailand, Burma, Sri Lanka, and India in 2004, the Pakistani floods have not been an instant calamity that killed tens of thousands of people in a matter of minutes or hours. Well, Sadia, I would say it's a noble cause, and each one of us should come forward and donate generously for people. The situation is really bad there, and as we have shown in the documentary as well. So one thing I would like to ask you is, the figures are showing that people are not donating enough this time. What's the reason? I think there are really 2 reasons behind this. Number 1, what the media or the Western media has reported as an image deficit that is facing Pakistan. And this image deficit has to do with, people's concerns that the money may get into the wrong hands, especially in light of people's concerns around terrorism and the Taliban and other
the sorts of elements like these. And so what we want to let people know is that these concerns really have nothing to do with the vast majority of Pakistani women, children, and men. Secondly, I think another reason we've seen this sort of response is because the death toll in Pakistan has been reported as quite low as compared to other tragedies as, let's say, Haiti. But what we also want to let people know in this regard is that although the death toll is about 1,600 or 2,000 right now, this is not taking into account the fact that the waters have not yet receded. Most Pakistanis, as a lot of people know, do not know how to swim. And so we imagine the death toll would be a lot higher once those waters do recede. And number two, about 6 million people, according to the World Health Organization, are in need of life-saving assistance. And so this is why organizations like Canadian Red Cross and Islamic Relief Canada and the federal government itself are urging Canadians to donate more for these 6 million people, particularly in Punjab and Sindh provinces, who are in need of life-saving assistance.
Wonderful, Sadia. And at the end, I would like to ask you if our viewers would like to contribute and would like to donate to Pakistan's Relief Fund. What is the procedure to do it?
So there are two ways to do that, and to anyone out there who does contribute, thank you so much in advance from our entire team of volunteers, which is over 40 people in the GTA. We're driving donations through our website, which is www.hopeforpakistan.ca. And we are also driving donations through local stores like this that are supporting our cause. We have donation boxes that are placed at the counters of many South Asian stores across the GTA. And you can go to our website on the donate page and actually find a listing of those stores if you prefer to donate in cash.
Thank you so much for joining us, Sadia, and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of CMR, we are urging the South Asian and the whole community of Canada to come forward and donate generously in this noble cause. And remember one thing, Government of Canada has already announced that it will double the funds given by you to Pakistan's Relief Fund up to September 12th.